and welcome along and welcome back to Felsbrun for our Seasons from Scratch Let's Play here. So it is early winter, it's 8 AM, but as you can see, it's still pretty dark. But we have the fallout from last time to deal with. So the first thing we need to check is, I think in here, we probably still have our very expensive combine kicking around. We don't. We could get rid of it last time. So if a contract turns up now for harvesting, we will be able to deal with it. What we do need to do is go and actually complete that contract. So the first thing we're going to do in this light is get ourselves lined up and get probably a trailer's worth of this in there. Now, what do we need to complete this contract? This is the harvesting contract here. That is the potatoes one, so it's the field 23 harvesting contract we've got. So that is canola that we need to take. So let's load that up. So we've got 44,000. We are going to start this. Oh, actually, no, I know what I was going to do. And we are on early winter. We're going to go and do this all at the same time. Our best place to sell canola is the train station mill. What we need to do to drop this off, though, is we need to take this to Port Southeast. Now, Port Southeast is about... It's not massively less than the others. We do need to check prices, though. So price for canola... Today is the best price. So we're going to go and complete this contract. Port Southeast is where we've got to go and tip this. And this is why I decided to hold on to it. It is absolutely this thing of we need to complete this contract, but we also want to sell our canola for the best money today. So that's what we're going to go and do. We're going to take this to the Port Southeast. We're probably going to sell most, if not all, of this trailer. I'd like to try and catch the contract if I can. So we might try and do it maybe in little spurts to get it done right. Yeah, hopefully we can get this done. What we then have is over the next probably 2 videos, we've got that massive potato contract that needs doing. Now, the reason why we're going to do that ourselves is because we've had this issue with the hired workers working on that. We should be able to set up a new course play for it. So that's what we're going to do. Initially, we're going to drive the truck. We're going to get a new course play set up. Hopefully, we will be able to get it working more effectively than the previous one did. And then once we got that, we should be in a position where we can get that contract done. Yeah, our initial thing is to clear off this contract that we've got hanging around, clear off the fact that we are 17,000 euros in debt, and then we should be in a good position. So down here, and it's round the other side, and the sun seems to have come up now, which is good news, so we can get the lights turned down a bit. There we are. I'd love to replace this, I think, going forwards. But we'll see how we do. Right. So, that's 7% transported. We'll go up to 50. That's 60%, 41%. So, yeah, it's going to take roughly this trailer to do it, I think. We'll stop there at 26%. And it's finished. There we go. And 513. So, we actually managed to catch it fairly well. That is absolutely awesome. We'll go and refill this trailer and keep this going. But we can complete this harvesting contract now. Absolutely perfect. Collect that and back. So we're down to 13,000 that we have now. So let's get this back to our yard. And then we have some more contracts to actually get our sprayer working on. So we're going to get those working. And then we'll go and sell some more canola and see if we can make our money. Here we go, back at the yard. And I'm actually going to tip this canola back in, and I'll tell you why in a minute. First, we're going to go and get these spraying contracts set up. If we can get those going, then that is going to bring in some extra cash for us. I do want to get the potatoes running, but there's a very good reason for us doing this. We want to do as fewer trips as we can to sell this canola. And we have a lorry. We have a truck that we can use for this at the moment. It's the truck that's carting our potatoes for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to park this back in here. And one of the things I do like this is it makes it very easy to reverse stuff with a tractor, where I can move the back of it and position the piece of kit where I want it. There we go. So let's drop that off, because we're not going to be using that at the moment. Oh, there we are. Right, and turn this off. Let's get our sprayer going on the contracts that we need it to. So we want to lower that down. Let's lower that. Drop it off. Now we don't want to drop the front off quite yet. Now I'm hoping I've got fertilizer. Oh, I know where I've got fertilizer. I don't think we've got any fertilizer in these, have we? Let's have a look. Where's my indicators? So this one is empty. This one is empty. So yeah, not really any fertilizer in that. So we're going to use this, actually, and connect up to something we do have fertilizer in, which, as somebody pointed out previously, is this. We have a whole load of fertilizer in our spreader that we can use. So yeah, let's hook this up and get this doing the work. There we go. That's hooked up. That's hooked up, and that's hooked up. First field that needs fertilizing is 13. This is 14,000 between them, so this is going to make us the money. So this is 13 and 14. 13 and 14. Perfect. In fact, that's even better. That takes us up to where the truck is, so we can bring the truck back as well. Coming up to field 13. Well, actually, we're between field 13 and field 14 at the moment. We're going to get it started on 13 first. While we go and check our truck out. I think our truck doesn't have any potatoes in at the moment. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. This will work rather nicely here, though. Unfold that. Straighten ourselves up to 170. And high worker. Away it goes. We'll jump out and get out of the way. And yeah, that will do that job rather nicely. So, does our truck that we have for this contract have anything in it? It doesn't. So what we're going to do, we do still have the course on this, but we discovered last time that this course does have an issue. So we're going to take this and see if we can go and do our get our canola done. Should take this. It doesn't, you know, I don't think it's limited to potatoes, this trailer at the moment. And I'm kind of hoping it is going to fit inside our grain store and allow us to actually get that. So here's hoping it is. And yeah, if we can knock out a good chunk of this potato field later, I will be very happy with it. The trouble is, with these winter days, you do find that you end up running out of daylight rather quickly, especially when you're running the game at 15 times like we are at the moment. I guess you saw in yesterday's This Is Island video that we had that we actually ended up running the time at 5 times because the amount of daylight we had just wasn't enough to do anything otherwise. And even then, it was yeah, we only got one set of jobs done that we wanted to do. Right, so this will fit in here. I'm hoping this is going to take all of our canola, which is the thing we want to sell today. There we go, 31,000. This absolutely will take all the canola, so we can go and use this. While this is filling up, though, what I am going to do is switch over to this and get the hired worker going in this. Although this is at 100%, so not actually any point in us doing that. Right, there we go. That is done. So this has got to go up to the best price at the moment, which we've got the seasons menu for. No, actually we do want the sales menu for. It's this one. Best price for canola right now is the train station mill, which is over here. So south of us and through the town, and we should be able to do that. I don't believe that the only way to sell into that is via the train, so hopefully we'll be okay. But we shall see when we get there. This should give us a good price. It's 1,300, so it's 1 1/3 what we've got in there. So it should take us up to about 40,000, which would be really good. Actually, that should give us about 40,000. This it's going to get us massively out of our rut, and give us a really nice boost. Won't quite get us. Well, won't be too far from allowing us to buy a harvester, and it probably more likely to allow us to buy a harvester than it is to allow us to buy a another field, which is the other thing to do. So the expansion of the farm is the thing I'd really like to do. We do have other crops, but this is the trouble. The soybeans will not hit their best price until the springtime. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a wait before we see how well we do with those. Bringing it around now into the back. Can I unload to the train station? Yes, I can. Absolutely fantastic. So here is our sell point. Right here. Bring this up. So I think this is the trick with contracts. Is if you're ever short of a piece of equipment, if you ever need something for a contract that a contract provides, as long as it's not the actual piece of equipment working the field, you're good. And I mean, instantly, we are now, having saved ourselves a bunch of time, we are now in a position where we're back in the red again, black in the black, sorry, again. And yeah, we can get up to the field now and immediately start work on our potatoes. Almost back at the potato field, back at field 12, and interestingly, it looks like our hired worker with the fertilizer is coming back down that back straight, which is absolutely brilliant. Very happy with that. What we're initially going to do with this harvester is we're going to run the truck for a minute. We will do it where we'll get the harvester to run the rest of here, like this. So we'll go and empty this. As you see, the contract on field 13 is now finished. So he's down the bottom there. We need to go and move that onto field 14. This is so close. This is such a difficult unload for this. But that should do it. So that will let unload like that. We will head over to our tractor. We won't worry about folding it up. Has used hardly any fertilizer on this field. That is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, we've got a lot of fertilizer in this, and hardly used any of it on that contract. Absolutely brilliant. So we'll get it running on this one as well. And with that, yep, we are now empty on here. So let's, yeah, you can't actually fold in the auger on this. Turn it on, drop it down. Yeah, there we go. And in. Drive it round. Get it working on these four and set it off. like so. So that is running like that now. We'll jump in the truck, and what we're going to do is we're going to keep the truck running alongside on the way back, and therefore we're constantly loading. So what I'm going to do actually is, while this is here, we're going to pull up alongside and we're going to get the cruise control into the right setting, which is about, well, actually we can tell what it should be. The Veritron is moving at 6 kilometers an hour, and we can see miles per hour. That is not helpful. I think that's about 8 to 10. I think 8 is probably going to be our best bet for that. So we'll let that turn around. This is our big field. We've only got, I'm actually going to slow our time down because we've only got this day and the next day to complete this contract. We really, really want a set of potatoes off here for ourselves, because potato contracts suddenly become really lucrative when you have potatoes to fill it with. I mean, we have a we have the buy anything mod on here, of course. Massively useful mod when doing start from scratch stuff. But we really, really just want... Oh. He's still lining himself up. This is why I want to take over control of the harvester. We will be so much quicker harvesting this when we're actually driving the harvester. Right, let's get the cruise control on. Wait, slow it down. We're marked as yeah. That is running slightly faster than us. We're running at MPH on our thing. That's running at, it's according to our other bit of kit, or our other screens bit, it says it's running at 6 kmh. So yeah, that's interesting. Now we've got to try it. This is difficult with this trailer because it does sit in a position. It's not a massive amount available to us on this. It's a bit of an odd one. It's the amount of space to get this to fill this without hitting the auger is quite difficult. Right, so our potato harvester is empty. So our potato harvester is empty, but we're in a position where we'd have to drive on the crop at this point. One run has filled us up 33%. I'm hoping that harvester is going to make it all the way to the other end, because if it doesn't, then we are going to have a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do is take this back up to the other end, and we'll wait for that and see how close it gets to us. So we're in the harvester now. It's actually still running on a hired worker. I'm not controlling it at the moment. It is 75% full. Yeah, actually we're looking at it being about 80% full at the end of the row. There we go. So we're 80% full at the end of this row. That is quite a lot that it gets off a single row. That's good. It means that it can make it there and back. We're actually taking control at the moment because we can turn around so much quicker than the actual hired worker will. But that does mean that the best situation for us for this is for me to take control of the harvester and get this running on a as quickly as possible on course play doing the tipping, because if we don't do that, we are going to be in a position where we just we are constantly waiting, or where we're constantly it's constantly taking forever to turn around and forever to get going. So we want to do this. We want to get this in a position where this is about as efficient as it can be. So we're going to get this trailer full, and then we're going to go and define ourselves a course play course, and then see if we can actually get this done a bit quicker than our current setup is allowing. So our harvester is on the way back. It's going to take a little while. While it's doing that, we're going to sort this out. So this has completed both fertilizer contracts. That is going to add another 14,000 onto us. So that is absolutely fantastic. So collect that and collect that. Perfect. Now we do have more fertilizing contracts that we can send this on. We can basically keep sending this on fertilizer contracts until we run out of them. So field 7 and field 9, 2 fertilizer contracts there. So we will accept, actually that one is a good one. Field 17 is a good one. And field 9 is a good one. So we'll just keep sending this on fertilizer contracts. Field 7, I think it was 7, 9 and 17. So 7 is up there, 9 is there, 17. Oh, they are all, again, they're all close to each other. So, yeah, let's go and set this off again. And then we can get back to the potatoes. Here we are up at field 7. I believe this is the first of our fields. Let's just double check this before we start. So, yeah, field 7... 7, 17 and 9. So 7 is our first one, 9 will be our second, and 17 will be our third. This, as I said, this is going to bring in, again, another 15,000 between these 3 fields. And we can just, it's wonderful because we can just unfold this, set this going, let it go, and we know that it will work. Because of the map that we're on. It would help if I put the tractor in forward first, though. Hire the worker, and away we go. And we're in a position now where we can actually refill this as well. In fact, we could send our other tractor doing these too. But we are going to get back to here where our Veritron is full. Let's get this lined up, get this full, and then we can get our courseplay course set up. And with that done, we'll be able to be efficiently doing these potatoes. Which at this point is kind of the important way for us to do it. Now I don't think we actually emptied much then. No, we're too far away. So line it up. Let it empty for a bit. We're 2/3 full in our lorry, so we are going to finish this time. Well, we are going to get this working as we should this time. There we go. And roll forwards. Let's top this off, and then we can go and create hopefully a crash-free courseplay course this time. And yeah, with any luck, this will then be in a position where we can just leave it be and leave it going and doing its job. We are 91% full, coming to the end of the road. There's nothing left in our harvester. So, yeah, we are now going to set this going here. I'm going to set our start point here. And, yeah, let's go create a course. Hopefully, as I said, that doesn't have any crashes on it. Because that would be really useful at this point. And we're heading back up to the field. Our harvester is full, so it'll be a good test to get that. We are now 27% of the way through this contract, which is really useful to know. Yeah, let's stop that course there. So we have a good course. That should do us. Let's stop there. There we go. And now we want to set this to drive course. Harvester, we want it to select the Veritron, and away it goes. So we're going to take control of the harvester from this point. It should hopefully work well enough for us doing this. So in we get. We'll back this up. While this is actually does tend to take a really convoluted route. What we do need to do, actually, is while that's getting in position, let's go over here. Because this has finished. And in front of it, over there, is field 9. So we're going to go and set this onto field 9, which is the next contract for this, it having completed this one. And we're basically just grabbing every fertilizer contract we can at the moment. There we go. Now, I'm hoping this is not costing us money to run this. No, so that's not going down. It is actually using the fertilizer in here. Not using a huge amount of it. That is massively not wide enough, though. Oh, that's the width on that is pooling. We should have been much further over. Now, we'll see if this will actually work. What we might have to do is turn it on ourselves, get the first bit done, reposition until this is right. There we go. And now that's much more efficient. So hire that and head back to our harvester. So we'll turn this off. We will start it up ourselves. Put it down and away we go. Now the issue we have here is, of course, that we're going to have to cool our bit. Unfortunately, I think what I have to do is select harvester or... there we go. There we are. So we can call our request driver at this point. We want to unload the truck at the end here. So here comes our agro truck. And once that's unloaded, what we can do is we can go in and we can cut in. And it makes it so much easier for the truck to then unload us at any given point at all. So that is what we're trying to set up at the moment. Right, we had to back up a little bit because the agro truck didn't want to go to the right place. We are empty now, so we're going to go and I just want to turn on and get that last little bit at the end. The truck is moving its way out the way, and now that we're controlling one half of this, we've got a much better chance of getting this going faster and succeeding a lot better. So yeah, let's knock some more of this out and see how we get in a bit. And I think what we'll do is we'll see how far we've got before our current contract is completed on the fertilizer. First cutting is done, and we're now unloading with our agro truck. That has seemed to have done fairly well there. Opening this up, that is the thing that's the hardest for us at the moment. Getting those early bits. We actually want to get pretty much in the middle of this field, and at the moment we're not quite there, which is a little bit odd. Looks like our thing has... this has got stuck. Where have you got stuck? Oh, no. We have run out of fuel. That's a problem. We have got to get fuel to this now. So, we have a new problem. We need to get fuel to this some way. If we have a look in MISC, maybe we have something in here we can get fuel to it with. Oh, yeah, we have this. So there is this field. Yeah, this will take fuel. So we can go and use that to get fuel. We can use our little motor for that. Alternatively, this will transport liquids as well. That's 8,500. That is 21,000. So we will use this. We will use the Thunder Creek trailer. I think we will get it in a, I think one that matches roughly what we've got on the farm. Something that's a little bit, oh no. That will do nicely in the garlic. Wheel brand is lizard or knock-in. We're going to go with the lizard. We will buy that. So that has cut us down a little bit. But we do need to get fuel to that tractor. So we'll use this. This has put a little bit of a dent in our plans as far as the potatoes go, because it makes it that much harder for us now to keep things going. So we'll drop the front loader off this. And yeah, our fertilizer contracts have done us well. This potato contract is going to cost us a fortune at the moment, which is not good. Not good at all. But let's get around there. Let's get this filled up with some fuel and get this up to the field, I think. So connect this up now. And we do have a fuel tank in our yard, so we'll just take this straight back round to our yard and get this filled up. In fact, can we? I don't think we can reach our fuel tank from here. Otherwise, the nearest fuel tank, I think, is absolutely miles away. So, yeah, the Thunder Creek here, this is the best choice we have at the moment. So let's get this back round here. And then at the far end of the yard, you can see our fuel tank. I really should have looked at that before we started sending that off on a whole load of contracts. Not often that you see vehicles run out of fuel in Farm Sim. You normally catch it before that. So let's fill this up with diesel. Yep. And this is going to cost us a bit. Wow. So we'll leave that doing while we head back here, start this up. And again, I want to request driver because, yeah, we need the driver to come and empty this. Otherwise, we're going to be in a little bit of a trouble later on. It's not too far away, though, I think, our truck. Let's see. I can't see anything in the rearview mirror at the moment. Here it comes. It's following behind at a respectful distance, which is not helpful. We kind of need to unload. So I'm looking at the agri truck because it's obviously having a problem. Yeah, we went from course on that. Where is side offset? Right, we are going to increase that. No, I don't need that. I am not exactly sure where this was. So 5 meters. So let's give that a try. Start this up again. Okay, so our truck is now too far over. Jump into this and need to move this across then. So we'll turn that down to 4.5 and try that. 4.5 gets us closer. Does it get it? Yes, it gets us to unloading distance. Absolutely perfect. Let's lift this up and yeah, that now works. That is exactly where we want it. Absolutely perfect. And we're empty. Truck should now move out the way so that we can turn and head back in. There we go. We are losing the light now though, but we are set up here. So we're going to get, I think we're going to get the fertilizer contracts done today. We'll see how far we get into this field. And it's going to be hell for leather on the potatoes next time. We need to get these out by the end of day 2 winter, and it's gonna be a long old day getting them done. We've got a full tank of diesel on the back, and we're coming to the rescue of our HTZ in the Mercedes. Yeah, ran out of fuel. That rarely happens to me in Farm Sim. I think it happened to me once in FS17. Wow, that is just, I mean, it's properly in the trees here and we can't do anything. So, yeah, let's pull this up here and hopefully that will be close enough. Do we need to fold it out or anything? No, we don't. So let's jump into our bigger tractor here. Fill it up. There we go. And then we'll be able to get this contract finished. Once we've got this contract finished, that will be fantastic. There we are. Let this car past. And yeah, as I said, it's the first day of winter, so stuff is getting dark quickly. We want to get this contract finished. Because if we can get this finished, we will make... there we go. We're going to make money on it. We're going to make money on these three. So, hire worker, send that off. We're going to leave the Mercedes here. Not much I can do with it at the moment. We will get that back later. And then we can just start on our Veritron and get some more of this knocked out. But yeah, the potatoes are a massive uphill struggle we have at the moment. As I said, we're only 27% delivered. I don't know how we're ever going to get this completed without maybe getting ourselves a second harvester, which would be massively expensive. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So we are full of potatoes. Our truck has headed off to go and tip the load that we have. And if we head over here, you can see that this is about to finish its current contract. So yeah, it's also fertilizing somebody else's field. But that, I think, is probably going to be where we end it. Because that there shouldn't be doing that field, because that's not our field. Or not yet. Oh, that is our field, actually. Wow, that is our field. We don't want to be fertilizing that yet. We'll head this back to our yard. But yeah, we got a lot done today. We're almost halfway through the potato field. So it is going to be hell for leather on those potatoes next time. We're going to get this back to the yard, finish off those contracts, get those contracts collected. I'll go get the Mercedes back in a minute. In fact, while we're driving this back, let's just bring up these contracts. And we completed those two. Field, why have we not finished Field 9? That's a good point. Why has Field 9's fertilizing not completed? We must have missed the start of the field or something like that. Yeah, Field 9, apparently it finished, but it hasn't finished. So we've got to head back and do that quickly. Okay, so we're back down at Field 9. What is missing on Field 9 as far as fertilizing going? Oh, there's an entire strip there. So, yeah, we've got to try and figure out in the dark where is this strip that we have to do. Let's, okay, it's just ahead of us here. I think it's about here-ish. Yeah, we are. In fact, we are spot on. I can see it right there. So, let's hire worker. Actually, that's not a hire worker because we're here. So let's go do this ourselves, and that should then cover it. Let's just check on the map. Yes, we are covering it. Perfect. And then we can take these two back in convoy once this is finished. So that actually is a better way of doing it. Yeah, contract on Field 9 is now complete. We'll get this down here, and I will get these two tractors back with Follow Me. But yeah, that is where we're going to leave it. We will just go and complete those contracts. So yeah, a good amount of money. Collect, and collect. There we go. So we've made a nice big bit of cash today. I'm really happy with that. Really pleased. We are going to get those potatoes out. That is now our main target for the for the final thing. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. and I will see you next time.
Goodbye.